Hello everybody and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the DarkViperAU situation. Oh my god. I'm actually so excited. I can't wait. We haven't done an episode of Dramayoz in a hot minute. And my oh my, has it been a long time. I am so beyond excited for this. Because I love Dramayoz. It's one of my favorite series and we just haven't done it in a while. You know what I mean? So with that being said, yeah, oh my god, it's just been so long. It's just been so long. So recently, now for those of you who are new here, oh my god, I almost forgot to preface by saying this for the people watching the VOD. That's right, the VOD is very important. I always make sure to include timestamps in the description below, so if you want to skip around for whatever wacky reason, you're more than welcome to use those. This is basically the intro. If they're not added yet, they will be soon. I've missed you so much. Hell yeah. Hello, Batalcrafter. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Ava. Hello, Okino. Hello, Joaline the Cat. Hello, Limacide. Hello, CJ Wolf. Hello, hello, Mia. Hello, Accounts 128. Hello, Jan. I hope you're all doing well. Hello, Ava. Hello, YT Bad Edits. Hello, Conscious Robot. Oh my god, there's so many people that are tuning in like the first minute because I was just doing another stream. With that being said, I hope you're all doing well today. Hold on, I also forgot to add featuring at Chud Logic and at DarkViperAU. Alright, I forgot to add that to the fucking description. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. So recently, DarkViperAU has uploaded a video called How YouTube I'm literate, okay guys? Sorry, let's try that again. So recently, somebody named DarkViperAU, who honestly, despite being a massive YouTuber I haven't heard about until now, uploaded a video called How YouTube's Copyright Blunder Sparked a Hate Campaign Against Me. And in the thumbnail, we see, who do we have here, okay? We've got Chud Logic, Turkey Tom, Bo Blacks, and Optimus. And then here you have DarkViperAU, presumably, in the thumbnail. And it says, "You absolute fools!" And there's fire in the background. Copyright takedown notice. We have removed the videos. So before we get started, I want to do a brief rundown of the situation as far as I'm aware. It's very important that we do that, chat, alright? Don't you worry. Smash like if you haven't already. It takes like 1 second. If you really want to support the channel, make sure to do so by using the Streamlabs link in the pinned message and in the description. It's the first link. Also, good night, Mia. I hope you've enjoyed your stay. 4 a.m. for you. Damn. I don't even know who DarkViperAU is. Well, today is your special day. Because today you get to learn who DarkViperAU is. That is right, everybody. I'm so excited. So, without further ado, let's give a quick recap as to what happened. Long story short, Chud Logic is a semi-political but mostly drama-oriented streamer who does some React content. Now, I'm not a big Chud Logic fan myself. There's a very specific, there's a few reasons, but we're not going to get into that today. One of them is he has said that he thinks I'm AGP, which for those of you who don't know is autogynephilia. Now, I'm not going to say he's a transphobe or anything, but I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna beat the transphobe allegations, but that's neither here nor there. I don't really give that much of a shit, alright? I'm just fooling around, okay? I don't care about that. What I do care about is he does transformative content. Now, you could say that his content is boring, which it objectively is, or that his content, has a lot of dead air, much like Keffel's, etc. All of those would be valid criticisms, or that the things he says are not of very much value, and I would agree with all of that. All of that is correct. What's not correct is that he's stealing content. He's not stealing content. He gives his shitty commentary. His commentary exists. And essentially, DarkViperAU has decided that the best course of action would be to, and I kid you not, sue Chud Logic. Now, Chud Logic is a small streamer compared to DarkViperAU. Despite the fact that I knew about Chud Logic first. Chud Logic has, 36,000 subscribers, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much, frankly. I have slightly under 10k. I have 9.6k right now, as of doing this stream. So, you don't have that much power or influence when you have, not as much as you would think as an audience member, especially not compared to somebody with over 1.5 million subscribers who gets a hell of views, etc., right? So with that being said, I want to get right into this video. We're going to do the thing that he hates the most, which is a reaction to it. Don't you worry. We're going to pause Andy the shit out of it. There's no possible way that he can claim that despite me live streaming this, because he hates live streamers that react to stuff, that it's not fair use. What I'm doing is objectively fair use, right? Now, fair use is pretty vague, but again, when I pause Andy and talk for 5 trillion hours, it is fair use. So, without further ado, let's get started. You gonna play?
I have never, in my entire life, experienced the level of concentrated stupidity that I experienced in the story that I'm about to tell you. Unfortunately, It is a bit long, and as I mentioned previously, really, really stupid. I therefore do not want to take the time to memorize this script that I have here so that I can read it to the camera while looking at it. So to save...
Okay, so keep in mind, not even reading a script, so it's not like this is a super high effort video. So, I would be very disappointed if I got threatened with, legal consequences for doing this. It's not like he's putting a shit ton of time or effort into this. I mean, sure, he's editing it or whatever the fuck, right? I understand, yeah, editing takes a lot of effort. Okay, I edit videos too sometimes. But you have to keep in mind, if you're transforming content, right? Like, there's a reason I don't watch video essays on stream, by the way, because I do feel a little bit shitty about that. I don't think that somebody should go after somebody for reacting to a video essay if they're transforming it, but I do think that the proportion of effort is kind of fucked in that regard. But again, you wouldn't threaten them with a lawsuit if that was to happen, right?
Save time, I'm just going to directly read from my script. I'm sorry you're not going to have my beautiful eyes staring deep into your soul, but there you go. As you
he is reading a script. Okay, sorry.
know, I'm not unfamiliar with people knowingly or unknowingly misrepresenting me on the internet, but this is the first time that YouTube's own screw-up caused this to happen. On November 10th, 2023, I submitted a takedown notice to YouTube because someone re-uploaded one of my videos.
Okay, who re-uploaded one of your videos? All right, so here's the takedown notice. So, Matthew Judge is is that Dark Viper? I don't know. I don't know who he's removing here. I don't think that's Chud Logic, is it?
2023, I submitted a takedown notice to YouTube because someone re-uploaded one of my videos. A fairly standard procedure, usually met with no resistance, and something I've done for years. This time though, YouTube wrongly rejected this notice, then proceeded to, for months, ignore literally every email. So YouTube...
Okay, hold on. Which one is this? Am I jealous of Jack's film success with credit the creators? Content found in entire video? Okay, I don't think that's Chud Logic's, I don't think. Hi, the Rambles Project. Is it? Oh, the Rambles Podcast, sorry.
Wrongly rejected this notice, then proceeded to, for months, ignore literally every email sent to them by me or my lawyer, instead firing back an automated response every single time.
Okay, so far I actually agree with him. Yes, this is objectively what YouTube does. Even if you're a large creator, YouTube doesn't give a shit about you. Let alone if you're a small creator. They're just like, no, fuck you. We're not gonna... Oh, what? You want an actual human being to respond to your concerns of your entire channel getting demonetized? Fuck you, bitch. Well, what's that? You want, like, a real person to look at your channel that's been false flagged en masse? Why would you... No, we're not gonna do that. Fuck you. We've reviewed it and we're sorry about your concerns, but basically blah blah blah, corporate speak for fuck you. YouTube does this objectively. So right off the bat, I actually agree with DarkViperAU's criticism here of YouTube. YouTube does do this. They don't communicate with the creators properly. Yo, no more short form. No, we're still gonna do short form stuff, but we're also gonna do a little bit. We're spicing it up a little bit, right? We don't want to completely, forget about my origins of doing Dramayoz content, you know?
Wasn't until a month and a half later, on December 24th, 2023, that someone at YouTube seemingly noticed this irregularity and sent a further email stating, "Hello, please disregard the previous message," that being their most recent automated response. "We've received your complaint and determined it requires further examination. We'll get back to you once we've completed our review." It took YouTube a further...
Yeah, usually it takes them either 5 trillion hours and they never get back to you. If it takes them 5 trillion hours, you're unironically lucky, right? I get, like, I understand the complaint, but, like, okay, you know what? Fair enough. I'm not gonna fucking shit on him too much, but it's like, damn, they responded to you? It's like, they responded your copyright takedown at all, but me and my entire channel getting falsely demonetized. They're like, they don't give a shit. They won't have an actual human being respond. They won't outright admit that it's a bot, but it's really fucking obvious based on how they talk when it's a bot versus a real person. And I can tell that for me, it was just a bot, right? They wouldn't even respond, like, they didn't directly respond to anything I was saying, and it was super obvious, right? So it's nice if you got a human being or even a bot that's willing to even look into it, which the one that analyzed my channel obviously didn't.
3 months to finally respond on March 20th, 2024. It was at this point they finally actually read the case and took down the video I submitted a takedown notice to.
Must be nice having YouTube themselves actually respond to you wish I could relate. Sorry, I'm being a petty bitch right now. This is through no fault of his own, by the way.
Something they should have done on day one. What a colossal shitfest. If this dispute had remained private, that would have been one thing. But YouTube's error and lack of review of this case led to some of the most dishonest and downright disgusting people to lie about me repeatedly to the masses. These people were ignorant of most details, so they just made shit up. What they did know and didn't like, they just selectively ignored. So that's a basic overview of the story, but let's get into the nitty-gritty details.
Okay, I'm so excited. Oh, here, look. Here's what the timestamp says. How I became aware of Chud Logic's reaction. Okay, I'm so excited to find out about it.
November 10th, someone posted in my Ask.
Why does he talk so fast? Because I have it sped up. I'll slow it down slightly. But actually, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna try to match the talking speed.
The Anything Discord, are you going to respond to this guy? And he linked the video. Dark Viper is seething about Jack's film stealing his thunder. Obviously,
okay, so that is his video. Okay, sorry.
See this title being clickbait and not representative of my actual emotional.
Chud Logic does have a tendency to clickbait, by the way. Like, there are a lot of instances in which the title and thumbnail don't even accurately represent the actual video itself. I think it's because of his editor. He has like an editor named DK, who's I don't like him. That's all I'm gonna say. Look, that's a story for another time. But he's the one that does all of like the titles and thumbnails and whatnot. And you can tell that there's like a disconnect, right? Like for instance, an example that I commented on, there's like a reason I'm bringing this up, right? Is there was this video that he uploaded called "Insane Racist Roasted by," in quotations, her own date. The person is trans, by the way. Cringe, quote, microaggression rant in 2024. Right? So this is the title. This is not what Chud Logic wrote. For those of you who don't know Chud Logic, he's a bit fucking cringe, but he's not so cringe that he would put the pronouns of a trans person in quotation marks, right? But I didn't know this, right? So I left the comment. Why is her in quotations in the title, right? And then somebody actually left a pretty decent response, saying, Chud doesn't handle the titles or thumbnails at all. It's a long-running in-joke that Chud is way more sensitive to trans etiquette than some stuff. Oh, fuck, I can't read, I'm sorry. That he's way more sensitive to trans etiquette than some of his staff. Just be aware that your question is being received by someone who isn't Chud, and somebody who isn't Chud wrote her, and Chud wasn't likely approving of this title. And then I said, oh, all right, fair enough. That's actually kind of funny then, I can't lie. So yeah, if we're gonna be so if we're gonna be completely charitable here, like it seems to be the case that like this is like a problem with DK. Now you could argue, okay, well Chud Logic shouldn't enable DK to be a fucking spurg and do retarded shit in the titles and thumbnails. I think he's one of the worst title and thumbnail creators. It just looks extremely cluttered. It's awful. I don't know. Like, there's no way he gets a good CTR. I don't know. It's just, it looks like slop, just from looking at it. So, anyways, sorry, that was a side tangent. I just think it's, like, an important point.
State or perspective. To this I said, why would I respond to a re-upload of my video? What this user had linked
Chud Logic did not re-upload your video.
Was a recently uploaded reaction to my video. Am I jealous of Jack's film's success with credit the creators?
Okay, so he copied the title and thumbnail. That doesn't mean that he copied the video itself, right? So, if we actually search this, I guess what would we search? Chud Logic, Jack's films, or something. Hold on. Wait. Oh shit, Chud Logic just uploaded something 13 minutes ago? Oh shit. Okay, well, we might get to that later if we do another episode of this. Wait, what's the title? Oh wait, was this made after? Jack's films DarkViperAU, maybe? Did the video get taken down? I'm so confused. I don't know. All I know is, oh, Chud Logic has made a video about this 3 weeks ago. DarkViperAU hired a lawyer to copy strike me. Oh god.
You know,
that's pretty scary.
Understanding of the situation and thinks he knows way more than he does. Because if he's so knowledgeable and such an expert on the topic, why wasn't he able to fill out a DMCA correctly? But he's hired a lawyer to do what he failed to do, which is to file an...
Yeah, I don't think that this should be something he's sued over. As you can see, this has not been well received, by the way.
Another DMCA takedown request on these videos. We also stipulate that this correspondence not be shared, in part or in full, with Chud Logic, and must be kept confidential. Like I say,
Chud Logic talks so slowly compared to DarkViperAU.
you know, the only thing holding me back from proceeding further.
This is at 1.25 times speed, by the way. He's just slow.
With the sort of legal aspect, it's just the cost of it, the cost and the inconvenience. Then February 27th comes.
28 of our closest friends are here. Yeah, well, actually, it's gone down to 26. But yes, we are streaming with 26 of our closest friends and family, everybody.
It's been almost 4 months since our client first contacted YouTube.
Again, I'm not a Chud Logic fan, but it seems to be the case based on the information that I have, and maybe my opinion changes over time. It seems to be the case that Chud Logic is actually in the right here.
Oh man, here we are again, eh? Second bite of the apple, so to speak.
Why does he look like the quartering?
Second bite of the snake. So, for those of you that don't know, I'll give you a very quick summary, okay?
It better be quick.
I'm talking like extremely rapid.
Okay, extremely rapid, chat.
And if you want to see a longer take on it or a longer video about the situation at the time, there's a video
Just
on TomDark
spit it out
about the situation.
Spit it out.
Which I'll link
Come
in
on.
chat. So if you want to go ahead and watch that,
shut up.
at another time,
Spit it out.
Kind of
You just said
take on the situation.
Also, goodbye, Lucifer Morningstar. Hope you've enjoyed your stay. Chud has psychomotor retardation. This is objectively true, by the way. He does have psychomotor retardation. You cannot convince me otherwise. That's why he talks so. It's like Keffels, where it's like you speed it up and it still feels like he's talking too slowly. And it's like, do I need to speed it up more? Like, what the fuck is this? It's so bad. Oh my god! Yeah, you said what was that about being quick? Yeah. Holy shit!
I'll just link it in chat, and yeah, if you want to go ahead and watch a kind of balanced take, we've got both sides. Obviously, Tom spoke to both.
You said
myself.
You said you were gonna spit it out. So what happened to spitting it out, Chud? Chud, hello. This is
just a quick summary for those of you that don't know. Okay?
A quick summary, finally.
So, last year, towards the end of last year, I reacted to a Dark Viper, what am I going to call it? Stream segment. Okay, so Dark Viper uploaded.
God, he talks like Keffels. He has exactly the same fucking speech pattern as Keffels. It's like, why? Why does he do this?
Segment, which was 9.5 minutes long, onto YouTube, and it was about the Sniper Wolf situation. And I decided to react to it on stream, give some of my takes. I think my video ended up being near enough 45 minutes long, or there or thereabouts. So, you know, and it was quite cutting, quite critical of Dark Viper.
So it was a video criticizing.
But yeah, so it was a 9.5 minute stream segment, and it ended up being a 45 or so minute video on my channel, or something.
Okay, so the original video was 9 minutes long, and the stream segment was 45 minutes, okay? So let's calculate this, okay? So 9 out of 45. That means only 20% of the actual footage in the video that Chud Logic uploaded was of DarkViperAU's video. So this is objectively fair use. So unless Chud Logic is lying about this, which I don't think he is, yeah, this is just fair use. It's not like I mean, I don't know, maybe he's just pausing it and then saying nothing and just staring into the fucking void. I mean, he is Chud Logic. He has a tendency to do that, but you know, calculator on the ready. Hell yeah, dude. I always have my TI-84 CE Plus right next to me. Anyways, let's continue.
There or thereabouts, right? Which I think most people would consider, regardless of what the fucking law would end up saying about it. I don't think people would really care about that sort of React content.
You are correct. I don't care what the law has to say. I care what's morally permissible, right? I'm not. The legality of something does not dictate whether or not it's correct. I agree. I think any reasonable person agrees with that.
Because, you know, it's substantially kind of transforming it via the length and via the commentary and stuff like that. Again, can't know for sure because it's not in a court of law we're discussing this. But I think if we're talking about like a stream segment that someone's put onto YouTube.
Well, I think that I guess because DarkViperAU is hiring a lawyer to copyright strike him. Like I think that talking about it legally is relevant. So I do think that there is a time and a place for that, which would be here actually. I'm talking about the legality. Is it possible for DarkViperAU? But more importantly, is it right? So those are the two questions, right? Is it right for DarkViperAU to do this, and is it even legal in the first place, right? Those are the two questions, right?
And it gets turned into from a 9.5 minute video into a roundabout.
I'm watching this while wearing my cat as a scarf. Based
45-minute video. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was. I didn't really think much of it.
The video is actually just Dark Viper's video looped 5 times. Based.
Really thinking anything of it, and that was that really. And then a little while after that.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the $5.
Australian dollars from Salakin. I have no money left, but you deserve it due to your British background.
Why can't you, dude? Your editor sucks. Get a better editor. DK is dog shit. Why does he leave in like the random, extremely quiet donation message? He can cut it out or at least increase the audio so it's balanced and cut out all the silent bits. Why doesn't he do that? Chud, your editor is dog shit.
Base.
And then a little while after that, Dark Viper filed a DMCA against my channel. But at the time, the DMCA was kicked back by YouTube, who claimed...
Dude, why are your fucking goddamn like full-on videos that are uploaded as main channel videos? As main channel videos, my friend. Slower paced than my fucking live streams. My live stream VODs are faster than this. Keep in mind, my live stream VODs feel like they're a faster pace than this, and we're playing this at what is it, 1.35 times speed?
Or said that...
1.3, but still.
Basically, they felt that it was protected by an exception to copyright protection, like fair use or something like that. Now, the thing to bear in mind with this email...
No, Chud is not uploading these. He has like an editor. He has an editor who does this for him. His editor makes all the thumbnails, edits, etc. What a shit editor. The thumbnails look terrible constantly. Actually, I will say, this one's a little bit better. This one isn't terrible. There's a little bit too much text for my liking. This one isn't awful, right? It's an improvement over some of the other thumbnails I've seen. I'll be charitable here.
Is that YouTube were not making a determination on what exactly they make of it legally. They were just saying, like, essentially the form hadn't been filled.
Oh, then there's no fucking excuse. Yeah, I upload videos on my own channel, and frankly, my upload schedule is shit, so maybe I need to do that then. Just upload entire segments from VODs that are completely unedited, but like, But first of all, you have to keep in mind that A, I'm more entertaining and have less dead air than Chud Logic, so I wouldn't have to be nearly as worried about it, and B, I would barely even be able to get myself to do that. It's like, okay, I might do that on like a second channel, where it's just like, okay, it's just like some shit posts from streams, but like, editor literally not doing their job. Yeah, why does Chud Logic pay this guy? What the fuck does DK do? Make shitty thumbnails that nobody wants to click on that look like slop because it's slop content? What exactly does he do for the Chud Logic YouTube channel? Other than harm his brand? Like, DK is an optics nightmare for those of you who don't know, and he's a dog shit editor. He's one of the worst editors I've ever seen. He sucks at everything he does. He can't make thumbnails, and I'm speaking from experience, by the way, based on viewing this compared to the content that I make, and I'm some fucking dumbass amateur motherfucker who just started editing on my fucking iPad on iMovie and only somewhat recently started using Vegas Pro 17, and my editing is good, but no. Dude, imagine having good editing when you could just upload raw footage with silent bits and not cut any of it out. Yeah, it's like, I guarantee you that Chud Logic is just like, okay, here's like the timestamp for when this segment starts and ends, and rather than just watching it and while editing it, I'll bet you what DK does is he will screen record it while he's in another room doing something else. He'll have like a timer that goes off as soon as the screen recording is finished. Then he'll cut the beginning and end of the screen recording, and then he'll upload that, and maybe he'll like make like an intro in like 15 minutes or some shit. I get and make a thumbnail in fucking MS Paint or some shit in like 5 minutes. It's like, yeah, so you basically do 20 minutes of work a day. It's fucking stupid. Why?
Out to the satisfaction of YouTube. So the funny aspect of it at the time was that despite Dark Viper claiming to have all of this kind of knowledge and insight into copyright and DMCA, he wasn't actually able to file a DMCA correctly, and YouTube kicked it back, right?
Well, YouTube's system is also fucking broken too, so it could either be the case that it's broken in his favor or against him, right? So I wouldn't really base it on whatever the YouTube system does, because the YouTube system is wrong about a lot of things, right? So it could be the case that there's like someone that's genuinely stealing your content, and YouTube as a system is like, maybe let's just have I don't know, like, let's just ignore it, right? It could be the case that somebody is going after a video that's fair use, that's criticizing them, and trying to get rid of it, and then the video gets struck, and then the channel gets a strike, right? YouTube is extremely inconsistent in that regard, so I wouldn't defer to that as a standard, right? I would actually look at what like the law says if you want to make a legal argument about this.
And the other thing that happened at the time that was quite funny is so I think Keemstar and Nicholas Diorio went and asked him in his stream about it.
Okay, that's
and he was like super coy and didn't want to respond.
$4.99 from
Yeah, I don't know.
It's helpful to point out that Dark Viper believes any amount of his content used is against DMCA. He's wrong, objectively.
Thank you for the $5. React content
Yeah.
is still trash though. Yeah, but it depends, doesn't it? What are we talking?
Well, I think there's a difference between making trash content and stealing content, right? Like, it could be the case that you produce fucking slop, okay? Now, if we're talking about yours truly, me personally, I produce some of the greatest slop of all time, okay? Dude, the Dramayoz slop goes hard, all right? We are literally slop maxing here, and it's the best fucking slop you will ever witness, okay? So there is good slop, but here's the thing, right? whether or not content is slop is not what determines whether or not it's fair use. You could be the most boring, uninteresting person on the planet and still be transforming shit, right? Like, for instance, Chud Logic is a perfect example of this. Wow, so fitting for this topic, actually. You know, he's somebody that, you know, is really fucking boring. It's impossible to watch his videos at one-time speed because of how boring he is. There's like 5 trillion seconds of dead air between every sentence. He sounds like Keffels. He probably has psychomotor retardation, etc., right? But what he does is still transformative. Now, he might be transforming something and making it more boring than the source material. Yeah, sure, I agree with that. Yeah, he's fucking boring. That doesn't mean it's not transformative. He is transforming it. He's transforming it to be more boring than the source material. You know, I'm just saying, right? And he definitely does do transformative shit, even if his content is dog shit, which it is, but it's still transformative.
Think about, like, if we're talking about reactors in just sat there watching something without saying anything, interjecting once, and making, like, and going, yep, sure, and then that's it. I mean, yeah, I'd agree with you that that's, like, you know, kind of quite shady, and you're taking advantage of someone else's content.
Which is like what Sniper Wolf does, where she doesn't say anything of substance. I think that substance is one of the most underlooked facets of fair use, I guess. I don't know how it applies legally. It might not hold that much legal weight, and that might be why. But, like, in a moral sense, I think that adding substance is extremely important. If you're not adding substance, even if you're saying words like, wow, oh my goodness, that's crazy, you're not really saying anything. There's no real message behind that. You're just you're emoting. It's like emoting in chat. You're not making content at that point, right?
Content just to entertain your audience, you know, which you should only do if you've got, like, permission or something like that. But, like, I think, you know, most people in this space agree that, I mean, obviously, like I say, it's not a legal determination because that happens in a court of law. But most people agree that, like, yeah, if you're reacting and commentating and disagreeing and putting your opinion out there, it's fine to do that sort of thing.
Correct. Or even if you're agreeing and you're adding nuance to the discussion, right? That's sort of what I'm doing right here, right? Or like, I guess it's more so I'm making fun of Chud Logic, but despite him being in the right, but still, you get the point, right? I'm adding something of value. I'm adding entertainment value by making fun of Chud for talking too slowly, etc. Right? That's not in the original video, right? So then the main focus becomes, wow, Chud Logic, despite being in the right, still sounds like a fucking idiot. I can see why he got this response. Because, I mean, part of it is he's a small creator going after a big creator. That's part of it. Part of it is he's so fucking boring. What DarkViperAU fan is going to want to watch this entire hour? I guarantee you most of these dislikes are from people that didn't watch the entire video. They most likely watched 2 minutes into it and they're like, this is fucking boring. I'm not watching this shit. Fuck that. And then they clicked off. They disliked. Maybe you left a mean comment and then clicked off. I'm guessing that that's the majority of the dislikes, right? Simply because part of it is their fault for not listening to what Chud Logic has to say and not hearing him out. Part of it is his fault because he's so fucking boring. Part of it is his editor's fault because he can't edit out any of the fucking silent bits or the parts where he repeats himself.
But obviously Dark Viper has got not only an extremely autistic view and analysis of the situation, right?
I agree.
He's also got, I mean, as evidenced by the fact he wasn't able to properly file out a DMCA, he's got a very, you know, Dunning-Kruger-esque understanding of the situation and thinks he knows way more than he does. Because if
that's probably true,
he's so knowledgeable and such an expert on the topic, why wasn't he able to fill out a DMCA correctly? Like, it's such an easy thing to do to file.
I don't know. It probably has something to do with. Wait. How do we know that he didn't file it correctly though? Is it because YouTube didn't accept it? Because if it's the case that YouTube didn't accept it, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the case that he didn't file it out correctly, as far as I'm concerned, right? Now there's a good chance that he didn't file it out correctly, and maybe there's like a way of noticing, but I don't think that would be the sole reason. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about the situation, so he could be correct here.
File a DMCA to get YouTube to take it down. But yeah, anyway, so this happened, and then
S-rank slop. Yeah, we are literally slop maxing over here. This is the best that slop can be.
Another one came through, and that was also not backed by YouTube. Through this
Chud is so based. I fundamentally disagree. Okay, I have personal beef with Chud. You know, ever since he said that AGP is real and that I'm the perfect example of this. This is something he said, by the way. I've had a massive hate girl boner for Chud. It's so fucking autistic. God damn it.
Time.
If you want, I can show the clip. Okay. All right. I'll show the clip of him saying it. Okay. You guys want to see a clip of him fucking trying to like roast me and shit? Yeah. You thought I wouldn't notice it, dude? I was watching Chud Logic videos because like 2 to 3 times speed. I have a Chrome specifically for people like Chud Logic that talk super slowly to make it go faster than 2 times, and it's like, damn. Fuck. Is it this tipster video from a month ago, I think? If I'm not mistaken. Is it, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Nope, never mind. Wrong one. It's probably... Fuck. I know it's on his second channel. It's Chud Logic Neuer or whatever the fuck. Oh, here we go. I found it. Alright, here we go, chat. I saw the stream where you called him out in chat. Yeah, he basically, like, dodged the fucking question. It was really sad and pathetic. If you have a link to the stream and a timestamp to it, feel free to send that to me, alright? We'll listen to it at 1x speed. Alright? So, I have it timestamped in a comment, alright? Here we go.
AGP is real. AGP is a real phenomenon, okay? Autogynephilia, or whatever the fuck it's called, right? The idea that there's some people that get aroused by the idea that they're a woman, and that then leads into other things. Let's just put it that way, okay? And someone like Femyoz is like a prime example of that.
First of all, yep, there we go. So, as you can see, I'm not a very big fan of Chud Logic. I smashed a dislike. I actually left a comment before I finished. I didn't think he was gonna fucking spurg out and go on a rant about me. So I said, oh god, I can't believe I used to defend Keffels and Tipster. I can't stand either of them anymore. And then when it got to the part where I'm like, I am Femyoz and I'm here to debate you, I'm like, this is still iconic though. And once we got to the part where he says, that AGP is not real, I added this, like, after I saw it, I edited it, and said, AGP is not real. You're literally citing Blanchard's pseudoscientific claims that have been debunked like 5 trillion times, right? And someone is like, actually, AGP is real and observable, lol. And then I said it objectively isn't. By Blanchard's own standards, a large proportion of cis women would also be AGP, right? So by this standard that Chud Logic is using here, any woman that has an OnlyFans, any woman that wears skimpy clothing, would be AGP. But that's not the case. Now, personally, I don't find myself sexually attractive. I might find it sexually attractive if other people find me attractive and give me attention. That's not autogynephilia though, even by Blanchard's standards, right? Other than the fact that even I don't know. Look, here's the thing. It's fucking stupid. It's a Chud Logic L. Put the L in Chud Logic. Yeah, you can't spell Chud Logic without the L. Pseudoscience needs to be renamed to bullshit. True. I mean, it is bullshit. I mean, it's like yeah. Either way, common Chud Logic L. This is why I don't like him. He's a fucking... That's not the only reason. I didn't have, like, a super positive opinion of him before. I think he's talked shit about me, like, multiple times. It's like, why? I've never even talked about him once before he mentioned me. It's like... yeah, I wonder why everyone thinks you're an insufferable loser. Oh, I can't possibly imagine. Oh, wow. I wonder why you have this like-to-dislike ratio... even though you're in the right. You know what I mean? It's like you're in the right and you still, because you're such an insufferable, boring loser, everyone thinks you're in the wrong. It's fucking dumb. So, you know, it's like nobody's gonna watch this, even people that are supporting Chud Logic in this situation, because he's so boring. So, with that being said, we're gonna close that, and we're gonna continue. For now, we're just gonna continue with DarkViperAU's video, okay? We got very sidetracked. Chud Logic is an oxymoron? True. Well, that was the point. That was why he made his channel the name that he did. Is originally, he used to make fun of Chuds. That's what his channel was originally about. But he's become the very thing he swore to destroy. He went from making fun of Chud Logic to using Chud Logic unironically. It's like, damn. It's like if you joke, I guess maybe this demonstrates if you joke about something too many times, it stops being a joke. You know, I used to make all sorts of jokes. Oh yeah, wouldn't it be really funny if I was a femboy and put on a maid outfit? Dude, that'd be fucking hilarious. There's no way I would ever do that. And like, here I am, like wearing a fucking skirt and thigh highs unironically and fucking cat ears. This is something I would have made a joke about in the past. And here I am fucking wearing this shit loud and proud unironically. I don't give a shit, okay? Yeah, it's fucking weird. Alright, anyways, let's continue. Sorry. Watch out, or else Dark Viper will come after you. Yeah, oh no. Shiver me timbers. There's no way that he's gonna see this and actually give a shit. Right? He's not gonna sue a femboy YouTuber that talks shit on the internet in front of, like, 16 concurrent viewers, alright? There's no way.
reaction being done by the reactor, Chud Logic. I came to learn that Chud hosts watch parties, group discussion sessions, of other people's creative works quite frequently. He plays the original video in full, without alteration, traditionally ignorant of the contents of the video beforehand.
What do you mean? If he's live reacting to it, yeah, obviously he's not gonna fucking edit it, right? He's not gonna edit it and watch it before. He's not gonna make an edited version of it and only react to some parts, but you could still be transformative while watching the entire thing. Like what I'm doing right now. We've been streaming for over 35 minutes now, and we're only 2 minutes and 19 seconds into this video, right? So it's not even close to being the same video. I am the biggest pause Andy, and if you, I'm sorry, but what I do is objectively fair use. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just reality. Like, I talk for a long period of time, and not only do I talk for a long period of time, it's not just me emoting or saying some really basic sentences. I say things of substance. That's the most important part. Everything I say is of substance, right? So it's not stealing if I am transforming something with substance, right? I'm a live streamer. What do you mean? Oh yeah, let me prepare for every live stream so that it takes a week to do any reaction on a like. No, that's fucking stupid. Do you think I have enough money to hire an editor to do all that shit for me? Like, what do you mean? I don't have a team of people. Chud Logic probably has one really shitty editor. The fuck you think that's like? He's not gonna do anything.
I wanted to watch this because.
Hello?
Oh, wrong thing. Here we go.
Hello. Jesus,
Apparently
he's
this
so
video
slow.
is very funny, so I guess we'll see. Let's watch this video. So it's Am I Jealous of Jack's Film Success with Credit the Creators?
As I have explained to death, this overtly violates fair use law, which surprisingly Chud was willing to admit.
Oh my god, Chud Logic, you're stealing the video. Oh my god, Chud, how could you do this?
Multiple times in his reaction.
Obviously, I am biased because I do react to things. I feel.
I mean, same, but I'm very transformative. I do my absolute best to make it as good and entertaining and transformative as humanly possible. That's like something that's really important to me, right? Like I always make sure to do that. If I don't, then it's like there's something wrong there, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Do a fair use job, even though not legally, but ethically. I kind of react to stuff pretty heavily.
Bro, every time Chud Logic is on screen, we lose a few more concurrents. This is so sad.
Because legally, I think that all of them fall under the same issue with, full reacting to the content that exists. Like, if you watch a 30-second TikTok, right? I don't think that's a big deal. And I think ethically or morally, it's not that big crazy a thing. But from an IP perspective, you have breached that person's IP and they could legitimately file a DMCA request against you if they wanted to. Same with Asmongold Reacts. Yes, he talks a lot, but it includes the entire video.
Of course.
Okay, but hold on. Includes the entire video. Wait, admits his reaction isn't fair use. It depends on what you define as fair use. Sorry, I honestly, I feel like Chud Logic said a whole lot of, not a whole lot of nothing, but quite close to it. He's one of the most boring people imaginable. Yeah. I don't know. I can't listen to him. He's so insufferable. I'm sorry. I honestly did not pick up a word that he said. He does this to himself, by the way. This is his fault. My ADD brain cannot comprehend the true intellectual genius of Chud Logic. It's like a filter. It filters out anyone with autism or ADHD so that they can't understand what he's saying because he says it so slowly and monotonously. Where it's like no one with ADHD would ever want to watch anything he has to say.
Of course, I don't really care that it's illegal. I care more that it is grossly immoral for reasons I've also explained to death. I have no.
Okay. So I agree with this specifically, as in I care more about a moral argument than a legal argument, right? Whether or not something is legal does not dictate whether or not it is moral, right? So it could be the case that hundreds of years ago, slavery was legal, but it was still immoral, right? So we base morality not off of legality, but vice versa, or it ought to be vice versa, right? Legality ought to be based on morality, right? That's where it's derived from, literally. Any law is created based on some idea of morality, even if it's a false idea, right? So I'm glad that he goes the moral argument rather than the legal one, because I'm too stupid to know how the law works entirely, okay? I'm not very good at that. So let's see why what Chud Logic is doing is immoral. What is the objective and measurable harm done to you caused by Chud Logic reacting to you? Is me doing this some sort of objective and measurable harm to you, DarkViperAU? That's what I want to know, because that's the standard that I use. Right, is objective and measurable harm. Now, you could argue, oh, well, you criticizing him might cause objective and measurable harm because it causes him to have a negative emotional reaction, which means that he experiences more negative qualia, right? So according to your own hedonic utilitarian framework. But I think it's But I think that there's more utility in calling shit out like this, because the harm caused to somebody that simply wants to criticize somebody else is far greater if you're trying to fuck with the copyright system on YouTube. Not to mention the fact that if the alternative is somebody does some stupid shit and they don't get criticized for it, then they get away with it, right? Which is more of an objective and measurable harm than, you know, simply reacting to something and hurting someone's feelings by rightfully criticizing them, right? At that point, that's on them, right? If you do, anytime you do something wrong, right, in any given situation, throughout that situation, you have, in a sense, removed some, even if it's just some small amount of moral consideration for yourself. Now, we can take this to a very extreme example, right? So say, for instance, there is somebody that you're in your house, right? And you have a 3-year-old daughter, and there's this big 7-foot tall Giga Chad that's about to rape your daughter, okay? Your innocent 3-year-old daughter. Now you have a gun, okay? You have a gun, and that's the only way you can stop him. Is it morally correct to stop him? Well, obviously the answer is yes. You would have to be an insane person you'd have to be basically Rose Malay to argue, actually, you see, it's bad to murder in that case, even. It's like, well, no, that's fucking stupid, right? The reason being, you have removed some level of moral consideration by doing something so heinous, right? So, again, this can apply at a smaller scale as well, right? So let's say you do something, you post a shitty video, you post a massive, big, fat, stinky L, okay, on the internet, all right? You do something worth criticizing. In doing something wrong or immoral, you have moved some small, but still existent amount of moral consideration, right? That's sort of like the logic behind it, right? But, yeah. Either way, I think I'm hoping my argument makes sense here.
No problem with commentary content. People making their own videos that require.
You could try to avoid killing. I'm sorry, but if it's a 7'6" muscular meatball head, that's like, what the fuck? What, you want me to beat them up? Use a knife? Like what? No, you would use the gun. That's the reasonable thing to do in that situation. You don't just let him rape the child. Like, no, that would be insane. That's why I specified those parameters, right? In doing so, you are decreasing some level of moral consideration for them, as you should, right? You wouldn't give the rapist the same level of moral consideration as your 5-year-old daughter, obviously, right? That's just, I feel like that's pretty straightforward, right? It's this is an argument in favor of self-defense too, by the way. This is why I'm against pacifism, right?
Requires some use of other people's work for context. In fact, there are even some limited cases where I am okay with reaction content. For example, if you want to react to your own work or other people's work that you were personally involved in. I am fine with people.
Right, but what if I want to criticize somebody? Do I have to like go to them and be like, hey, by the way, dude, I'm gonna do this really long reaction on stream where I just fucking shit on you. Yo, would you be willing to give me permission to fucking shit on you, to shit all over your work and shit on you and criticize you for the dumb shit you've said? Well, why should I be obliged to do that? I don't have to reach out to you, DarkViperAU, to say, oh, hey, by the way, you're a fucking dumbass. This video sucks, right? I want to criticize the things that you say, not the things that people have said about you, right? So I'm doing the intellectually honest thing to do here, like the most intellectually honest approach, right? And it's like he has an issue with that.
People watching advertisements and often even live events, assuming you're an official rebroadcaster. It is the people sitting around watching other people's videos in order to re-upload them to YouTube and avoid any work themselves that I dislike.
No, that's objectively not the case. Somebody criticizing you is not avoiding all the work. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody is going, for instance, nobody is going to this live stream or past live stream / podcast episode to watch your video here in of itself, right? People are watching this because they want to see me shit on you. They want to see how you've lost the plot, right? And sure, you could argue, oh, okay, well, you see, this video in of itself is self-explanatory. It is self-evident from the video alone that I have lost the plot, which is true. You would be correct about that, but I think you get the point, right? That's not the message you're trying to send. It is the message that I'm trying to send, right? To an extent, right? If he makes some really compelling arguments that change my mind, then I'll change my mind. But so far, it's not really anything compelling.
dislike. Consequently, I filed a takedown notice of the re-upload of my
Chud is okay, but wrong on plenty of points. I think Chud is insufferable. I don't like him. It's like he continually moves further and further right. I fucking despise him. He's said I look like I'm AGP. I don't know. He's a fucking loser. I don't. He also looks like the quartering, so he's like ugly. He's like an ugly neckbeard. Yeah, I don't know. I want nothing to do with him unless I'm making fun of him. I hate that I'm having to defend him here, but he's in the right. He's right about some stuff, right? Your care is cute. Why, thank you.
work and the live stream it was in. I have done this in the past without issue, but this was the first time I had to do it since I made
Imagine if we needed permission from politicians to criticize them. True. Like, could you imagine if I was criticizing a speech from a politician and the politician was like, actually, that is my intellectual property. Did you just react to the entire speech? That goes against my rights. I'm going to hire a lawyer, to, sue you. Like, that would be insane. That would be insane. The standard wouldn't apply. Like, it's fucking stupid.
my videos explaining in great detail the market harm of reaction content. I submitted both notices
The market harm of reaction content? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a market harm to me shitting all over you? No, I don't think there is. I don't think there's a market harm to people making fun of you. If anything, it's a benefit because the viewers enjoy it. The viewers like watching you just shit on because you're acting like a fucking lol cow almost. Sorry to use that word so liberally. I don't think he's a lol cow, but he's sort of acting like one, right? We men posting pretty fucked up thumbnails of me. Is that so? I don't remember seeing them.
around the same time, the live stream still being public at that point. I only note this because some believed I did them separately and that the live stream was unlisted. Some people seem unaware that it does take time for YouTube to process these claims, giving time for a live stream to become unlisted. It is also possible that it was unlisted, but I found it via a playlist. I honestly don't remember. This event wasn't particularly noteworthy
It doesn't fucking matter.
at the time. Some people, particularly stupid people, asserted that I attempted to take down Chud's re-upload because of things he said alongside it. I apparently didn't like that Chud criticized me. Not only did I not know this person at the time, but I gave about as much thought to this strike as a person gives to flicking a fly off their shoulder.
Okay, so you admit that you didn't even fucking think about it. So if it's either the case that you didn't watch the video, in which case you wouldn't know what the contents of the video are and whether or not it's transformative, right? And if it's the case that you did watch it, then you would know that it is transformative. Now you can say, actually, I didn't file it because of his criticisms. It's like, okay, it's still shitty that you did it. It still has the same outcome, right? Like, again, you are objectively censoring criticism. It was a video criticizing you. People aren't going to go to your channel to hear criticism of you. They're going to go to Chud Logic's channel to hear criticism of you. On the other end of the coin, if someone wants to watch your content and not criticism of your content, they're going to watch your channel, right? That's how it works. You fucking moron. You absolute mega hyper dotard.
It appeared as if this person's main claim to fame was being a sentient potato.
Right?
If my thumbnail being included in the re-upload does
I kind of agree with the Wait, hold on. Did you say sentient potato? Bold of you to assume Chud Logic is sentient. Chat is dead right now? Well, yeah, that's because I'm streaming horizontally just to see how many concurrents I'll get. If I just do a regular stream, buffering for anybody else. This is what I mean when I say that my channel is definitely going to die at some point. The video isn't fair use even though I didn't watch it. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you look at the length of the video compared to the segment that was being reacted to, you'll know there's a good chance that it's fair use. So buffering here too. All right, hold on. Let's see how far. Okay, how far behind are we? That might be why we've lost concurrence. Hold on. Hold on. All right, one sec. Wi-Fi. Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, I think we're back. Chat, let me know if it lags again. I'm sorry. Do a nuclear speed test. I don't think it's about the speed of my Wi-Fi. Like I've done that before and it's lagged, regardless of what it says. Like it doesn't matter. With that being said, hold on. While I'm fixing my thing, hold on. I'm gonna restart my Streamlabs. One sec. RIP stream. No, the stream is fine. The stream is fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. The stream is gonna be fine. One sec. Let me. It's good now. Okay. Good. All right. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it. Okay. It's fine. I think. Okay. One sec. Hold on. My Streamlabs looking a little bit laggy too. That might be part of. Alright. I think we're back. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. Dude, this stream fucking died. And it's gone. No. No, I restarted Streamlabs just to make sure that because Streamlabs was also looking a little laggy. No, it's not gone. Chat, I think we're back, okay? Don't you worry, chat. We're back. We're back and better than ever, alright? Smash like. Dude, our channel is so dead. We have 9 concurrents. Did you restart the router? No, I restarted my network adapter and I restarted Streamlabs. Those were like the 2 things that I did. Dude, I feel like my channel is so dead. Dude, this is so sad. This is what I mean when I say that my channel is gonna die. If let's say the algorithm maxing thing stops working, look at this shit, okay? Look at this. Dude, it goes down, right? We're hello? Fuck. I think we're back. Dude, we lost all our concurrents. We're at 2 concurrents because of the lag. That's actually so fucking AIDS. Oh, we're back? Okay, we're back, chat. Dude, this is what I mean when I say, like, I have no potential to do this as a career, probably. Alright? Dude, without Is it still lagging? Chat, don't tell me it's still lagging. I'm actually so mad if it... Dude, is it... Chat? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm actually fucking furious right now. This is actually pissing me off. I might just give up and end stream. Okay, is it back? It's working now? It's getting way better, don't worry. Okay. Dude, we have 3 concurrents. Dude, what the fuck is this? Dude. This is why I'll never be successful. No lag? Okay, good. Dude, I'm never... Working now? Okay, let me know if it lags. I'm actually so mad. Alright. It did for a second, but it seems okay now. Okay, chat. I'm gonna be mad if it... Okay. Hold on. Chat? Can you hear me? Dude, I don't... There's like still 10 of us commenting? Okay, that's true. Dude, I can't do this. Bro, this is actually so annoying. Hey, how are you? I'm alright, Nifty Narfy. How are you? Alright, hold on. Unstable connection? That's an understatement, dude. My Wi-Fi is actual dog shit. It's so annoying. I'm actually so mad right now. Oh, fuck, dude. It's working, but the stream is still buffering. So basically, it's working, but it's not really working. I see. Alright. 14 viewers right now? Dude. I can't with this shit, man. Alright, let's continue. Sorry. We had technical difficulties. Let's continue and hope that for the best, okay? Let's just pretend like nothing happened and just continue, alright?
Doesn't suggest the quality of this video. I suspect the question, raped by Jack, and the person being named Chud Logic gives you as much understanding as you need. I think my lawyer said it best when she unprompted stated that Chud seemed to express absolutely zero understanding of a single thing I talked about in my video. This obviously makes it very hard to care about what he said, let alone what someone...
Okay, I do agree that it is very hard to care about what Chud Logic is saying, but, you know, look, we're very similar in this sense, DarkViperAU, okay? Neither of us give a single shit about what Chud Logic has to say, okay? He's extremely boring, he sucks at what he does, he's not entertaining, right? That being said, that doesn't mean it's not transformative, right? Would you argue that what I'm doing right now is not transformative? I mean, I'm entertaining, I'm engaging, I'm transformative, I'm giving valid criticism, etc. Or even if it's not valid criticism, it's still transformative, right? You would agree? I would hope, right? Because again, and if it's the case that you disagree with what I'm doing being transformative, it's like, okay, well, that's on you, right? I'm appealing to people with ADHD brains, because I also have ADHD. And, isn't it fucked that Chud legit takes every video and has to scream about everything negative? No, not really. I don't care about that. I mean, I do some of the same shit, right? It's like, okay, yeah, like I'm very critical, right? I'm very critical of stuff, right? But I do it in a way that's not boring. That's the issue with Chud Logic, is he's boring, right? But being boring does not necessarily mean you're not transformative, right? It could be the case that you're boring and very transformative, right? Like, again, Chud Logic, perfect example of this. Content maxing today, kind of. I don't know. I'm just doing different stuff, just talking about different topics, you know?
that stupid has to say about anything.
People think he's an obsessed schizo. I mean, I'd never speak to this freak. There's no fucking way. He's a despicable, pretentious want nothing to do with it. Loser.
I'd be willing to speak to him, because I'm not a fucking debate dodger. I'm not a dodger of debates, okay? Right? Like, if I'm gonna talk about some shit, if I'm gonna talk shit on my channel, you better believe I'm gonna be debating the shit out of them if they want, right? Like, what a missed opportunity from Chud Logic. Oh, I would never talk to him. Not even in a fucking debate? You wouldn't debate the dude? Oh yeah, I would never talk to him, even though a debate would be like something that I would actually be able to win since I'm objectively in the right, as long as I prepare, right? I don't see why Chud Logic wouldn't do that. He could literally just prepare arguments for the debate. It's not that difficult. If he sucks at debate, that's fine. Just have a friend who sucks less debate prepare the arguments for him. It shouldn't be that hard because DarkViperAU isn't like a debate nerd, and you know, it'd be one thing if he was like debating me or something. Like obviously I'd probably beat Chud Logic in debate, right? But like DarkViperAU is not a debater, right? So as long as you prepare a few talking points, you're guaranteed to win. You would probably win even without any preparation on the basis of you being right. I don't know. I don't know. I think Chud Logic is a fucking idiot. But I think that DarkViperAU is even more stupid.
So he's a fucking loser. He's pathetic. He's a pathetic little fucking wretch, as far as I'm concerned. Wait,
I think both of them are pathetic little wretches, if I'm going to be completely honest.
what? What does that mean? I don't even understand what he means by that. What difference does that make? How is that a different I don't understand the difference. Why does that make a difference? But yeah, no, he's a fucking despicable little I really dislike this guy. I think he's a piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's a little rat. He's just got this like autistic obsession. It's obviously long because this guy's an autistic freak. This guy is a little autistic freak who types out
Holy shit, he's so boring. Okay. Is this all that Chud Logic said?
essays and DMs. He's extremely pretentious. What an autistic little unlikable freak he is.
Chat, where can I find the original video? Because I feel like that's pretty important to watch.
Only interest was whether or not he re-uploaded my video in full. Obviously, I had better things to do with my time. If while watching my video...
Yeah, but all you had to do was look at the time. How long is Chud Logic's video? If it's the case that it's like 45 minutes long and the original video that is supposedly being re-uploaded is 9 minutes, then wouldn't you want to take that into account? And look, oh, okay, well, how is my video dispersed throughout the video, right? Wouldn't that be what you would want to look at? Like, you're a fucking idiot if it's the case that you didn't. Like, come on. Technically, it's the case that, I don't know if we're going to go through, like, this entire video, all 45 minutes of this shit, but if we do, would he look at this and be like, well, technically, Femyoz watched the entire thing, even though it was over the span of 3 hours, so technically, this is stealing my content, even though nobody would actually watch this for any other reason than to shit on me, and not because they're actually looking for the source material. Like, what, like, this does no objective or measurable harm to you other than your reputation, which is perfectly valid. That's not like a copyright issue.
Video, he had discovered the cure for cancer and whistled the solution out his ass, I still would have struck him, because, as I've made abundantly clear, I find reaction content grossly immoral and harmful to the ecosystem. This is something I have not...
Okay, how is what I'm doing specifically, alright? Like, okay, sure, you could argue, okay, Chud Logic is boring, that's harmful to the ecosystem, on the basis of him being boring, not on the basis of him stealing content, like you're alleging, right? But take somebody like me, who actually has energy, isn't extremely boring, even when I'm off my Adderall, it's like, oh shit, you know, I might be a little bit lethargic or whatever the fuck, but I still try to be transformative, right? Like, I don't just, like, leave a video playing. Like, and if I do, I feel bad about it, right? So I avoid that at all costs. I think, yeah, like, either way, yeah, I don't know. I just don't see how what I'm doing is immoral, right? Like, by reacting to this. Like, what am I doing other than criticizing you? I have a right to criticize you on the internet. That's not stealing. It's criticizing, right? Like, what am I doing what am I doing wrong here?
Kept secret. In fact, I've shouted from the rooftops for half a decade, making any other conclusion as to my possible motivations bewilderingly stupid. When I struck the video...
Yeah, but your motivations don't justify it necessarily. If it's the case that it's transformative, and you're like, well, actually, it's stealing because it's a reaction, even though nobody is gonna watch this in place of watching my content because it's actually a video shitting on me. It's like, well, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
My expectation was that it would go through as normal, Chud might be dumb enough to dispute it, which would mean we would go to court, and we could get our first case that would specifically judge watch parties in regards to fair use. The guidelines, and every case related to fair use I'm aware of, suggest you could not use a fair use defense for hosting a watch party of a copyrighted work, but most people—
It's not a watch party, you fucking moron. Do you consider what I'm doing right now to be a fucking watch party? No, a watch party would be like, we watch the thing, we barely pause. Dude, I'm pause-andying the shit out of this. It's physically impossible to argue that what I'm doing isn't fair use, right? Forget about Chud Logic. Sure, he's retarded or whatever, right? The reason he doesn't add substance isn't because he's trying to steal content. It's because he's too stupid to add substance. Actually, that's not even true. I will say, he is a bit on the lazy side. He used to make, decent content in terms of substance, from what I understand. I don't know, I was never like a Chud Logic simp back in the day, when he used to be a leftist. I didn't know who he was. Often these Andes are not reasonable. Yeah, well, the reason that Chud Logic would be unreasonable is because A, he's fucking boring, okay, and has a shit ton of dead air, and B, because his arguments are bad, right? Those are the reasons he's unreasonable. It's not because he's stealing content.
People seem unaware of this, so maybe this was a chance for people to be informed. To my surprise, my claim didn't go through, and YouTube requested more information. So
Wow, you mean like they're not just gonna take your word for it? This is a rare YouTube W. Yeah, they shouldn't just take your word for it if you're doing something that will negatively affect somebody else's channel, yes. Right? I wish they would apply the same standard to false flags where they actually, I don't know, look into it or some shit, right? But if somebody's channel gets mass flagged, it's like, oh, fuck you. Entire thing is demonetized, even though we can't come up with any, but as soon as you ask about it, oh, we're sorry, we can't give you any specific examples of videos that would need to be taken down in order for you to get remonetized, because that would be a privacy issue or something. That's unironically what they said to me, by the way, when my entire channel got demonetized.
I answered their questions in full, to which they immediately rejected my claim.
For real, he accuses others of having dead air. Yeah, he literally just sounds like the male version of Keffals. That's what he sounds like. He's like Keffals, but a man. He's like if Keffals was reincarnated into the Quartering's body, you would have Chud Logic. That's objectively what that is. I'm sorry, you cannot convince me otherwise.
This was confusing, because YouTube is not a legal body. It has no authority to declare what is or is not a violation of law.
Correct.
Or what violations of copyright can be defended by an affirmative defense of fair use. It makes sense.
Okay, but sure, but YouTube shouldn't automatically take down somebody's video if they don't know whether or not it's fair use. That would be an issue. You don't want that to be the precedent that's set where anybody can false flag anybody and it's like, oh, their content gets taken down until they're proven innocent. No, they should be proven guilty until they're in order for their content to get taken down. Otherwise, you just have people that will false flag, such as Cough Cough Susie Lou. Anyone remember that situation? No, too long ago? Okay. She tried copywriting her forehead. I'm not even fucking kidding. Or some shit like that. Or no, she would report videos for bullying and harassment if they made fun of her forehead. She also tried copyright claiming any video that had her face in it. It was fucking brain dead.
Sense that public pressure would embolden YouTube to reject obviously frivolous claims, but in this case, literally, my entire work was re-uploaded.
Wait, hold on. They don't know if it's a frivolous claim or not. It could be the case that again, somebody might react to a say for instance, a 9-minute video over the course of an hour, right? Technically, yeah, the entire video would be played, but there's a good chance that it's transformative. So it makes sense that, yeah, of course they're gonna look into it. Like, no shit. Like, what are you talking about? You're a fucking moron.
On another person's channel, and they have always taken down such instances before. In the re-upload itself...
Yeah, that doesn't mean that they should. Yeah, they've always taken down such instances before. That's not a good thing. That's bad. That's not an own. That's not the win you think it is.
The person states that they do not believe they have the right to host a watch party of my work. They openly admitted their guilt. Despite this, I had no luck poking...
What do you mean openly? Guilt of what?
YouTube with a stick to try to get information out of them, and lacking any evidence I was not just getting automated responses, I asked my accountant who works with a lot of high-profile...
Must be nice to not have automated responses dealing with YouTube shit. Huh, wish I could relate.
...profile creators if they knew any lawyers who do the same. I was referred to someone and I got into contact with these people. It is important to understand that these conversations were happening in normal people time, not internet time. It took 2 weeks just to get a lawyer and explain to them the situation. And in that time, an insanely deranged shitstorm was happening on YouTube and Twitter. I'll be honest, I didn't pay much attention to it as I was busy, but one of my moderators did gather information for me to give to the lawyers. Chud Logic alone made 21 tweets and 4 videos about me. He even got...
Okay, yeah, he's a fucking leech. Who cares? That doesn't mean that he's stealing content. Yeah, he's made a bunch of videos about you. But part of that is your fault too, because you've been a fucking pathetic loser in this entire situation. Yeah, of course he's gonna farm this situation. No shit. Why wouldn't he? You're making a fucking ass of yourself.
Got himself temporarily suspended for saying suicide is too good for me and those who watch me. Even now, he is still crying like a child for getting caught re-uploading a video. For some reason...
He wasn't re-uploading a video. That's objectively not what that was. Re-uploading a video would imply that there was nothing transformative about it. Again, Chud Logic is boring, but that doesn't mean it's not transformative content, you fucking moron.
And he is just incapable of making his own shit. Weird. In fact,
what do you mean making his own shit? Like, again, do you not understand what transformative content is? Like, oh yes, why are you playing a video game? Shouldn't you make your own shit? Aren't you stealing somebody else's video game by playing it in its entirety on YouTube? Like it's a fucking nothing argument. You're doing something transformative with it. Fucking idiot. Oh, what's that? You're criticizing a video. Oh, you're reacting to a Daily Wire video and shitting on Matt Walsh. Oh, you're fucking stealing his content. How dare you infringe upon his intellectual property rights? It's fucking brain dead. It doesn't make any sense.
On making this video, my lawyer called me to state that they watched Chud's recent livestream that covered his video getting taken down. They did this largely as for...
Okay, so they watched it. That's good.
...formality to assess potential impact to their firm. To loosely quote their assessment, what an absolute moron. It is shocking.
I agree that Chud Logic is a moron, but not specifically for this.
That someone can openly, on one hand, admit that he knows nothing about the law and legal procedures, yet also confidently assert as true things that even a child should know are wrong. They further...
Okay, hold on. If we're talking about a moral argument, why are you making this into a legal discussion? You said earlier that you care more about the morality than the legality. So why are we talking about the legality? Unless Chud Logic says something that is a legal argument, that is objectively incorrect, stick to the morality. Explain why what Chud Logic is doing is immoral and has some sort of tangible harm. That wouldn't, like, why is what he's doing categorically different from a video criticizing you that would have only whatever 25% of your video or whatever the fuck played in the entire thing, right? Other than a different percentage of the video is played. Why would one thing be more transformative than the other? Let's say he watched the first quarter of it. Why would that be categorically any different, right? Like, do you think that if you're criticizing somebody, somebody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I better go watch the rest of the video for myself because I loved it so much? It's like, the answer is no. You probably don't want Chud Logic's audience watching the video, if anything, because they're gonna have a negative reception of it if he's criticizing it, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
To reiterate that I could sue him for obvious defamation, which again I expressed I have no intention of doing. Chud does not even have enough money to cover my potential legal fees. I do admit that it was somewhat inhumane for me to subject a normal person to the creature that is Chud Logic. No one should have to listen to themselves be called a stupid bitch a dozen times. However, it was interesting listening to a normal person.
I mean, I don't blame you for not wanting to listen to Chud Logic. I mean, he is frankly quite annoying, but like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't make him stealing your, like, doesn't automatically mean he's stealing your content. Like, what the fuck? How are my fellow Femyoz enjoyers? Based. Dude, we're going, dude, this is so based. Dude, I love this. This video is awesome, dude. We're having so much fun.
Be somewhat frustrated having to listen to a moron misunderstand and lie for clout. Welcome to my world. She further
Okay, what did he lie about specifically?
expressed her annoyance at YouTube's bot-run system, as she knew that if she could have just talked to a person for 5 minutes, this would have been resolved 4 months ago. Apparently there were 20
Okay, wait, hold on, you said that Chud Logic lied. Can you explain what he lied about, please? Thanks. I would appreciate that.
5 tweets and 20 videos made by others that were noteworthy as well, but obviously this is just a small snapshot of the conversation a little cesspool of the internet was having. Now at this point I had not said anything publicly, and people seem confused why. But if any of these people had even 2 brain cells to rub together, they wouldn't have been so confused. Chud leaked the statement I gave to YouTube's bot when it rejected my claim. I said outright that I was fully willing to go to court for this issue, and when you make
Yeah, well, maybe the reason it got leaked is because you're a fucking idiot. Maybe that's why, because you're doing an unreasonable copyright claim.
you go to court, it is in your best interest to shut the fuck up. As my lawyer pointed out, much of the shit other people said rose to the level of defamation, and I would be in my legal right to sue many of these people, especially Chud. Fortunately for
Dude, why do you feel the need to sue somebody over what? A disagreement? What did he say that was defamation? What did he lie about? You need to come up with specific examples, right? What exactly did he lie about? Now, it could be the case that, okay, maybe he like accidentally got a few details wrong, right? But proving that he lied is like, that's gonna be a bit difficult, right? Now there might be a few details he got wrong. It's like, but that doesn't prove he lied. He could be misinformed. He could be getting some facts wrong. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It is Chud Logic after all. But that would be due to laziness, not malice necessarily, right? You would have to prove some sort of malice, would you not? Like, damn, it's, I just don't get, like, why, what's with you and trying to sue everybody? It's fucking stupid. You look unhinged.
For them, I'm both not litigious, and honestly, it is unlikely any of them have enough money that even if I took it all, that I would even notice having it. It was only after realizing this process of getting YouTube to actually read the claim was going to be slow, that I decided to write my own tweets debunking some of the more obvious falsehoods.
I mean, considering the fact that, you know, this guy has a shit ton of money, based on the look of things, he's doing this entirely out of spite. It's not based on whether there's some sort of like objective or measurable harm. It's purely spite based. He just acknowledged, even if he had like their entire paycheck, their entire fucking salary in his own pocket, everything that they've ever earned, it wouldn't even make a dent in his own wallet, right? Like, so he just acknowledges that he doesn't even benefit from this. He's doing it purely out of spite. It's fucking stupid.
Much of which I've already covered in this video. So we're now 2 weeks in, and I now have my lawyer. They agreed I had a case, and so submitted a formal DMCA takedown request to YouTube. They cited relevant—
Like, imagine suing somebody over what they did, like a shitty but transformative reaction where they criticize you, and you're suing them over copyright. Like, this is fucking pathetic. How do you think, like, I don't understand how he thinks he looks good in this situation. I guess the like to dislike ratio seems positive. I don't know why. I think he's taking a massive L here. Maybe I'm being a contrarian. Maybe I'm just like a massive commentary-brained contrarian. I don't think so, though, because I'm not really a... Sure, I orbit commentary sometimes, but I'm not like a commentary people fucking hate me. There's a reason for that. It's because I don't fucking align myself with them, right? Like values-wise or politically, right? Nor do I do so even in my demeanor.
Legal statutes and cases, and expressed their willingness to argue the case in court, which is necessary for filing a takedown anyway. Surprisingly, they got the exact same automated response I did. This obviously confused them. So they sent another message to YouTube, and again, got the same automated response I did. My lawyer, while on the phone with me—
Yeah, okay, I agree that YouTube needs to stop with the automated response bullshit. Like, nobody wants this. It's just a waste of everybody's time. Like, it doesn't solve anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't give any useful information, right? It just wastes every content creator's time. It's fucking brain dead. It's stupid. YouTube does need to address that as like an issue. It needs to stop with like the bullshit automated responses that provide absolutely zero value. It's like, I would have gotten a better response from fucking goddamn chat GPT. Well, why even bother emailing YouTube, right?
Express their annoyance saying, I don't think they're actually reading the emails. Hey buddy, welcome to my world. There was of course little else to be done but just to try again. My lawyer sent a message that was the legal equivalent of motherfuckers read the goddamn emails, and they still, again, got another automated response. This time though, they quickly
Okay, I do agree. They gotta stop with the automated responses.
received another email from an actual person where they retracted their previous automated response.
Must be nice getting a fucking actual person when you email YouTube. Can't relate. Once again, I like to call this large channel privilege. Okay, it's million subscriber privilege. I don't know. What's a really cringe leftist sounding way of saying it? I mean, I am a leftist, but sometimes the terminology just sounds so fucking AIDS. It's like, come on, we gotta care about optics a little bit.
And said they would look into it. This being the December 24th email that I read to you in the beginning. So we waited, and waited. I am being a bit dramatic here. I just continued to work as normal and largely forgot about it. It wasn't like waiting for YouTube was costing me anything at this point. And waited some more, for a response to a case that was clear-cut from day one, until eventually we got tired of waiting.
No, it wasn't clear-cut. You're wrong. It's not clear-cut. Just because somebody uses 100% of your video, and then they're criticizing it, doesn't automatically mean that it's necessarily stealing your content. How much do you guys want to bet that if I watch this entire thing, that he's gonna copyright claim me? Dude, that would actually... I'm actually scared that that'll happen. I hope that doesn't happen. If it does, I don't think the commentary community would care. I don't think anyone would defend me, to be honest. I don't think they would care. They'd just be like, yeah, fuck Femyoz, that guy's a loser. Which is sad to think. I don't know. Hopefully that wouldn't be the case. I feel like some people covering it would be like, I don't like Femyoz, that guy's kind of a spurg, but like, what's with like the false copyright claim? Like, this is bullshit, right? Do you think it would help or harm my channel if that happened? Intuitively, I think harm, but like, what if it had like a Streisand effect? I don't think it would. I don't think I'm large enough for it to have a Streisand effect. Nah, that wouldn't happen. Yeah, I don't know. I could be fucking myself over here. I'm not like a business genius. I'm not like some genius that's like expecting like, oh, you please commentary community save me from being false copyright claimed. I'm just not sure if anyone would defend me or not. If it would like it would change the trajectory for sure. Yeah. I feel like it would gain me notoriety, but I wouldn't get like I wouldn't get like an audience from it, right? It would just be people talking about me rather than watching my content, right? That's most likely what would be the case. Like, I wouldn't get new viewers from it. So it wouldn't, like, benefit me. Yeah, that'd be weird.
Waiting, and I just so happened to have gotten a new YouTube partner manager, so I asked them to remind the copyright team that they still had not responded to the case. This led to them finally coming back 4 months after I filed the claim, where they said they would take down the videos. What a colossal shitfest. So what does this all mean? Firstly, DMCA as a mechanism for combating reaction content is not without its hurdles. Getting YouTube to read an email from a prestigious law firm on a fairly basic issue cost about $3,000.
First of all, you shouldn't even need to use a prestigious fucking law firm. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that shouldn't even be a prerequisite. Like, YouTube should be just as able to respond to like some retarded 19-year-old femboy YouTuber named Femyoz with less than 10,000 subscribers. Like,
This, of course, would be pricey for the average YouTuber. Fortunately, it meant little to me. The second takeaway from this situation is that even if
we get it, you're so rich. Fuck you. You come across as an insufferable asshole when you say shit like that.
have every right to file a takedown notice against some content, there is still the potential for backlash. The general public, and hell, many YouTubers, are grossly uninformed and misinformed about these systems, and
okay, what am I grossly uninformed about?
as I have painstakingly argued in my videos, the harm that reaction content represents to us all. With all that being said, since
Okay, what am I doing that's harmful to everybody? Can you explain that one? Maybe it's harmful to your ego if you see this, which I doubt. It's like, dude, could you imagine if he was so pathetic that it's like a live stream VOD that's gonna get less than 1,000 views is like, gets on his nerves and he's like got over 1 million subs? That'd be fucking hilarious. That would be a scary precedent though.
Since I made the claim against Chud Logic, I have struck 2 almost identical reaction videos, with one being accepted immediately and the other not. The one that was not
I feel like they would accept it against me immediately and there would be nothing I could do.
accepted though, just for quite a basic follow-up email to YouTube, and then it too was taken down. To be clear, these were taken down before the resolution with Chud Logic, so they were unrelated. But it's obvious these systems need more qualified human oversight. So that covers
This is true. They do need more human oversight for sure. Like, I don't disagree with that, obviously. Like Like, but this is like a YouTube issue broadly, right? So I do agree that like this is something that every YouTuber agrees with. Like, yeah, YouTube needs to do a better job communicating. But at the end of the day, that doesn't make him any more in the right. It just means, oh, multiple parties are fucking stupid.
Was all the main events, but there is a bit more. I found someone kind enough to sift through all the garbage to find the more noteworthy videos that attempted to cover these events. The first was made by TomDark, aka Turkey Tom, who is a drama commentary YouTuber. The handful of
bring up the cuckening, bring up lyrics, okay? Bring up how lyrics fucked Tom's GF. That would actually be funny. I would actually change my entire opinion if he did that.
Videos I've seen over the years makes me suspect that we would disagree about pretty much everything on most topics. However, his video was largely neutral, even if disagreeable in large part because Tom put forth no effort into learning about my viewpoint on reaction content. I get the sense
What do you mean no effort?
that Tom treats most of this stuff like a game, and he doesn't really give much of a shit about most things either way.
Today we're
Probably. You're probably not wrong about
going to
that.
be talking about DarkViperAU. He's been talking about the exploitation of some reactors like XQC and
Oh my god, DarkViperAU is stealing TomDark's video. What the hell, man?
Piker and act on YouTubers when they watch their content on their streams and don't really add anything.
I dislike when my view is characterized by a disagreement over people adding to the content, as this is what others complain about but not me. It would be irrelevant to me if the video XQC was watching was about what it was like to live with severe brain damage, something he could provide sincere insight into. It would be equally as irrelevant to me if Hassan Pike was watching a video about how to exploit people for fame and fortune while being a lying hypocrite, something that
Okay. What? This doesn't justify you taking down Chud Logic's video, though. There's like timestamps. All right, we'll skip a little bit, okay? We'll skip around, okay? So let's do. I don't want to watch the entire thing, because there are detailed timestamps, which I appreciate, unironically. Okay, let's watch
because addition is irrelevant to my issues with reaction content. To give a very, very brief summary, my issues are with the market impact of reaction content. We have
Okay, yes, you've said that multiple times now, dipshit. Explain what the market impact is and why it's so harmful.
two groups of people, reactors and creators, but only one of these puts forth effort and incurs risk and cost. Both how
Okay, are you saying that me analyzing shit and reacting to it doesn't require some amount of effort? Like having a camera presence, being entertaining, adding to the discussion, etc. doesn't take any effort? Now, you could argue what Chud Logic does is low effort, and I would agree with that. That's like a correct assessment, objectively. His content is dog shit. But like, for instance, what I do is a lot better than what Chud Logic does. I would argue that I'm, if anything, too much of a pause Andy. People complain about it sometimes. Part of me thinks they would have to back you up, but you probably won't get a ton of new viewers out of it. That's what I'm guessing, right? Is they would back me up, but I wouldn't get any new viewers. They'd be like, I don't like Femyoz, but like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why would you do that? That would probably be commentary's opinion if they found out about it. I don't know. It is what it is. They would probably either briefly mention it or completely ignore it, is my guess. All right, let's continue.
however, end up with the same product for the market, even if one might spend a month.
No, it's not the same product. Is what I'm doing right now the same product? No. My product is me shitting on you. Your product is you flimsily trying to defend yourself, right? Now, part of me shitting on you requires you flimsily defending yourself, right? That is part of the prerequisite. But no, actually, yeah, no. Like, me shitting on you is I guess the main attraction. Don't get me wrong. You do a good amount of accidentally shitting on yourself by making yourself look like a moron. But like, you know, it's like, I don't know. If you're a casual viewer, you might not get that, right? If you don't know the ins and outs of how YouTube shit works. I don't know.
And another million hour to achieve that.
Why is this chapter full of... I actually like this. I actually like this. This is actually useful.
This is quite obviously not a fair or balanced system. In regards to viewer distribution,
You could argue that it's unbalanced, right? Like, it could be the case that, like, say 50% of the video is me live streaming and, like, just talking a little bit of shit, and then, like, the other 50% is, like, somebody's, like, video essay. If that's the case, then you could make, like, at least a moral argument. I'm not too interested in the legality. I'm more interested in the morality. Like, you could make a moral argument against that, right? But if it's, like, whatever, it's not, like, super high effort, or it's, like, only somewhat high effort, and, like, you're criticizing it, and most of the video is you talking, right? Like this, for instance, like what I'm doing right now, then that's going to be fair use. But, yeah.
I view reactors as an inefficient secondary middleman. You can picture this as two competing models.
It's not, no, I'm not a middleman. I'm not competing with you in the market. I'm shitting on you. I'm criticizing you. The only people that I'm competing with are other people that are shitting on you. Like, what are you talking about? You're a moron.
One where viewers engage with algorithms and are directed to creators, and another where viewers engage with algorithms, are directed to reactors, and then go to creators. My claim
Yeah, this argument would work if we were talking about like a Sniper Wolf or Jinx from 2016, but that's not what this is. This is people reacting to you and criticizing you on live streams, like what I'm doing right now.
Is that second model is inefficient by design and can only result in a net loss of value for creators as an aggregate. Reactors.
Yeah, but people aren't watching me in place of you. Like, that's just not happening. Like, what are you talking about? People are watching me to watch me shit on you, or because they like my personality in some way, right? That's why people watch me, right? Like, again, like, this is a fucking terrible point. Like, this isn't stealing, all right? Oh my god, I love how the timestamp is called reactors take value from creators more than they could ever give back.
Give value to creators in a similar way that slot machines.
Well, I'm not trying to give you personally values. I'm trying to give value to my audience, right? Value that you haven't provided, by the way. Me shitting on you isn't value that you provided. That's value that I've provided for my audience that enjoys watching me shit on fucking dumb spurgs that threaten to sue innocent small YouTubers that also go out of their way to, fucking double and triple down on some of the dumbest takes I've ever seen.
Give wealth to their users. They take from them far more than they ever give back. That is, after all, their purpose. And both reactors
Well, I give to the audience, so no, you're wrong.
and slot machines would cease to be if they failed
What exactly am I taking?
to do that. Reactors exist to increase the time people spend watching reaction videos and by necessity reduce the time they spend doing anything else. They are not
What are you talking about? The time I do anything else, most of the time is just me talking and responding to the dumb shit that you say. What are you talking about?
designed to give value. They are designed to extract it. As far as the value given
Well, what I'm doing is also designed to give value. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Also, thank you, Mikado Yuki, for the $1, you beautiful fucking bastard. When Dark Viper says that there's a market impact, he's under the false belief that reactors take views away from creators, when at least the reactors that I watch, who are history teachers who react to history channels, those tend to get a second wave. Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally. Like, it's not as, first of all, it's not even a zero-sum game. That's what he's failing to understand. He treats it like it is, but it's not. Secondly, even if it was, like, this wouldn't apply to somebody like me who spends like 5 hours reacting to 4 minutes of content. Like, at that point, it's like, no, like, anyways, I'm gonna end stream soon, but we'll go a little bit longer, but then we'll end stream. We're not watching the whole thing.
by reactors to viewers, all that value can be given through other forms of content and thus is irrelevance. In other words, XQC and Asan, if they can manage to extract their heads from their asses, can make their own bloody videos. Much of
Okay, true. Yeah, they would be examples of people that actually steal content, right? Chud Logic is not the same as XQC or Hassan. They literally add nothing. Hassan will leave a video essay playing for 40 minutes in the background. Yeah, that's fucked up, obviously, right? He's not doing anything to transform it. What I'm doing is transformative, even if I were to watch the entire video, which I'm not going to, but I could. Are you algorithm maxing after this? No.
the rest of Tom's video expresses confusion why I would strike a reaction video from a small channel that would at best only have a small impact on me. But anyone who knows of my work would understand that I view reactors as parasites that extract value from creators. Therefore, anything that impedes that
Okay, what value is Chud Logic extracting? I mean, he's boring, so I guess you could say he's extracting the value of his viewers' time, but that has nothing to do with you. Like, you don't go around striking every boring YouTuber. That would be fucking stupid. That'd be an insane position.
extraction gives some benefit to someone, even if it isn't me.
Now, this video is a reaction to Dark Viper. Make no mistake, like, it is a reaction video. He watches the entire thing in full. But it's 35 minutes long, he adds a lot of commentary, and the original video was less than 10 minutes. So by that metric, about 26 minutes of the reaction is made up of commentary from Chud, where he transforms the original content.
Yeah, exactly. If the vast majority of it is him transforming it, then it's not unfair at all.
Tom uses the word transformation as seemingly a synonym of addition, but it's not legally or how the word is generally used. To use a silly example,
I'm sorry, but if the addition is giving a perspective that transforms the perspective that you would otherwise get from watching the video, then yes, that is objectively transformative. You fucking moron.
here's the turtle from Super Auto Pets. Now I'm gonna add a hat to it. It's still a turtle. The turtle hasn't been transformed. It's exactly as
Okay, but that's not what that was, right? Like, if you were to like if say there was like a video of a turtle, but like you were like you gave your commentary and you took the video of the turtle, you played it in full, but your commentary consisted of talking about like your scientific, like your in-depth scientific knowledge of turtles, right? I would argue that that's transformative, right? I would argue that that's completely valid. Legally, addition is transformative? Yeah, exactly.
it was before. There's just a hat on it now. In the reaction, my content is still there, unchanged, in full. It's like if you compared watching a movie by your
Yeah, but if somebody is arguing against you, then it completely changes the actual substance behind it. No, so you're just wrong. Like, the whole point is to change the actual substance.
yourself or with a friend. Comparatively, absolutely, your friend can add something to that experience. You might
Like, I'm sorry, again, I keep going back to this example, but if I react to a Matt Walsh segment from the Daily Wire, am I stealing content? No, because I'm arguing against all the dumb shit he's saying. People are going to come to different conclusions if they watch my reaction of it than if they watch the thing itself, right? Like, that's the point. Nobody that watches me and then ends up agreeing with me is going to be like, oh, well, yeah, I would have watched that Matt Walsh segment on my own and, had the same, like, no, that just doesn't fucking happen.
enjoy yourself more. Your experience would be different, but the content of the movie would not change even slightly. It would
Yeah, but the substance of it would, right? The substance of a Matt Walsh video, for instance, starts to change as soon as a content creator, such as, I don't know, yours truly, pokes a bunch of fucking holes in it and talks about why Matt Walsh is a retarded, I almost said something advertiser unfriendly, or TOS unfriendly, I mean. Hold on. Either way, you get the point.
never be transformed, regardless of how many times you pause the movie to shit talk it. What Tom is expressing here is a general principle.
Well, no. Again, this is just like an argument against like obviously fair use content. Again, if I react to I keep saying it. I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it one last time. Okay. If I react to a Daily Wire segment and disagree with all of the points and then prove their arguments to be wrong, that is objectively transformative. Even if I watch the entire thing in its entirety, like how could you make an argument that that's not transformative? That's stealing. You're producing an entirely different product at that point. Like, you change it so much. You change the actual substance so much, even if you're playing the entire thing to the point where it's not the same thing anymore.
Not meant to be specific to this case. So we could take the Lord of the Rings trilogy, for example, which required thousands of people over many years and $500 million to make. To remain consistent, Tom would sincerely have to believe that I could reproduce that movie in full, as long as I paused it every once in a while and gave my thoughts.
No, it wouldn't be every once in a while. If you were to like pause it every 2 seconds and then talk about the and talk about like the cinematography and be like, oh, here's like my in-depth movie review analysis where like every like it would be like a 500 part series because every 2 minutes would be like an hour-long video. Like, you cannot argue that wouldn't be transformative, right? Like, no, like if you make 2 minutes of like every 2 minutes of the video into an hour, or sorry, every 2 minutes of the movie into an hour-long video, and you make like a 500 part series or whatever the fuck, that is transformative. So no, this argument actually doesn't hold up.
Honestly find it hard to believe that he could sincerely believe that. While it is somewhat unimportant to either my or Tom's views, an interesting thing to note is that for the first
So you acknowledge it's unimportant, so what's the fucking point of this, other than spite?
time in 30 years, a fair use case actually made it to the American Supreme Court in 2022. To very briefly cover the case, the issue is whether this photograph being altered to look like this resulted in a new artwork with a different character and purpose.
Hold on. So wait, are these both drawing? This doesn't look like a drawing, what?
Thereby constituting fair use, or whether it remains substantially similar to the original work, merely serving as a derivative work that infringed on copyrights.
I would argue this is fair use.
District Court judge said this was fair use, but when it was appealed, the Second Circuit judge came and said no, this was not fair use. It then went to
I don't give a shit about any of this.
the Supreme Court, where 2 of the justices said it was fair use, while 7 of them said it was not fair use. So
It's fair use, I'm sorry.
you could say in the totality, 3 of the 11 judges called it fair use, while 8 of the 11
Yes, the judges are the ultimate arbiter of truth and morality. I would argue morally this is fair use. I don't give a shit about what some dumb fuck judges have to say. It's also the case that there were Supreme Court judges in the highest court that said that Roe v. Wade should be overturned. They were still wrong in doing so. So I don't like this like weird deferral to what other people have to say. Like, it's not like some holy scripture, right? Like, and if it was, it would still be bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, this is not a religious argument. Never mind. Just whatever.
said it wasn't. People seem to wrongly have this idea that if you just add something to someone else's work, then it is immediately fair use. I am sorry, but that just is not the case.
Well, it depends on what you're adding, right? Like, it's not just adding anything. If you're adding criticism and making it into something entirely different, like, that's an entirely separate thing. Like, what?
One more information, I have an entire series on it, but every decision in regards to fair use is against the idea of watch parties specifically being fair use.
It's not, this isn't a watch party. You're just wrong.
Some other things people stupidly call reactions, like commentary content, can be fair use, but not watch parties. How skilled
This is not a watch party. This is closer to commentary.
you are at pressing the pause button and having a discussion with your chat is entirely irrelevant. To be fair,
No, it's not irrelevant depending on how often you're pausing and how long you're talking during the pauses. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he starts out by being like, actually, just because you add one thing, just because you re-upload Lord of the Rings, but with one red pixel in the bottom left corner of the screen, doesn't mean that it's fair use. It's like, yeah, no shit. Good job. You have successfully argued against the voices inside of your head. Congrats. Good job. Nobody was arguing that. What people are arguing is if I'm pause Andying and 2 minutes of content, of your content becomes like 5 hours of my content, it's like, okay, but that is fair use. If I'm criticizing it and making it into something entirely different substance-wise, right, by making arguments, your arguments are going to be viewed and looked at differently in the context of me shitting on you. So yes, it is transformative. I'm transforming your arguments in a sense, not in like a dishonest way, but still.
That doesn't mean definitively that there isn't going to be some hallmark case in the future where the guidelines of fair use are somehow going to be redefined so that the written words mean the opposite of how they have been interpreted in the past. Even
Okay, so then it's irrelevant. Make a moral argument. I don't care.
legal professionals do disagree on fair use. It is simply that right now, nothing supports watch parties being fair use, regardless of how many times you press the pause button during.
Okay, but it's not a watch party. Like, what are you talking about? A watch party. Was what I'm doing a watch party? No, it's me criticizing you for the dumb fuck shit that you say. What are you talking about?
No amount of watering down the idea of transformation will ever change that. One of the things that I tried to stress in my main thesis is that no one actually cares about fair use as it is written in the law in any way.
You're correct. I don't. I care about morality, which you seemed to acknowledge at the beginning. Like, yeah, I care more about the moral arguments. Now you're like, actually, the legal arguments should supersede the moral argument. It's like, no, the legal arguments should not supersede the moral arguments. This would be a justification of slavery when that was legal, right? That doesn't make any sense logically. Damn. Fuck, dude. Hold on. We're only gonna watch a little bit more of this, maybe, potentially. Hold on, wait. We're 17 minutes in. I fundamentally disagree. Copying has no cost and creating always be worse off. Okay, copying. Alright, we'll watch this part. Maybe.
In a world where there is no cost placed on copying, whether that be legal or social sanction, actually doing the work to create something will generally put you in a worse circumstance than those who just copy what others have worked to create.
Okay, I sort of agree with this. Sniper Wolf is a perfect example. San's perfect example, etc. Right? But again, that would be examples of things that aren't fair use, right?
A world where doing nothing and working result in the same reward, only working
Right, but I'm not doing nothing by doing this. I'm criticizing you.
has a cost, and I believe that is fundamentally bad for society. This is made even worse when
Why is it fundamentally bad for society for me to shit on you? Is it because you don't like it? Is it because, oh no, I'm watching too many minutes of your video even though I'm pausing it every 2 milliseconds in order to shit on you for the following 25 minutes? Like, okay.
comparatively doing nothing results in an even greater reward than working does.
If you're reviewing an album, I think you should be able to play the entire album, every single second of it, so long as you're constantly adding commentary. If the
True. Tom is correct.
viewer wants to go listen to that album, and that album alone, it's extremely easy to find that on YouTube for free, and same
Yeah, like there's like a difference between playing an entire album in its entirety without pausing it and like pausing it every 2 seconds and being like, okay, so here's like the instrumental composition. I don't fucking know. I don't know shit about music, right? So not the best example that I would be able to argue, but you get the point, right? Like, again, I think the Lord of the Rings example is better for my argument, right? Like if you're pausing it every 2 seconds and going on like a 5-minute rant every two, it's like, or it's like, okay, you watch 2 minutes of the movie and make an hour's worth of content out of it. Like, yeah, that's fair use. Like, I'm sorry.
way that they would see that review. But if they're watching your review, it's my belief that they must want your commentary, not just the commentary of the original piece. They want to see you react to it.
Music will always be a bad example because a song can be listened to hundreds of times. You can still be listening to the same song